Okay, that's not what everybody was here for. Everybody's here for some math practice. Look, the chat is working. The most important part. Hopefully you got your math because I was doing the problems. I was like, whoo, a little tough out there. But we're going to go ahead and get through them. I'm going to show you all that I can before my class starts. Hello, Xavier. Hello, Adriana. I think that's it. Are only two there? Somebody said hi to Anthony, but I don't see it in Anthony. Maybe Anthony's in here. Anyways, this is welcome to today's session. We're going to do live. Oh, I can turn it off now. All right, there is two of you in the chat as far as I can see. Which number do you want me to start with? Hello. What number do you want me to start with? Type it in the chat. You guys just do number 5. Number 4. Okay, we can do it number 4. So 5 toy makers each carved 28 blocks and 17 airplanes. 3 other toy makers each carved the same number of airplanes and twice as many blocks. How many toys did the 8 carve in all? So we have 8 different toy makers. Let me get my notes thing. I was working things out on the whiteboard before I got here. Okay, so we have the first group of toy makers. In the chat, how many did they make altogether? That's what we have to find out. So can you guys see that on the board? Is that big enough? Yes, look, Xavier, we do have to circle important numbers. Is this big enough? Can you see it? I think we're on a little bit of a lag here. Anybody in the chat? Not really? Too small? Okay. That better? Let's see if I can move it closer. That's about as close as I can get. Okay, so group 1, they made, as we're going to circle our important numbers, of 28 and 17. So group 1 made 28 blocks and 17 airplanes. What do I need to do with those 2 numbers? Xavier or Adriana, what should I do with them? I need to times them? Remember, we're looking for the total amount of what they did. So we're not going to times. You need to add the total number. Remember, we're just looking for the total number that they made. So not multiply it, it's add. The reason I know that is because I'm looking for the total number of toys that they made. 28 of them were blocks and 17 were airplanes. These are the type of toys they made. So I'm going to add them together. 8 plus 7 is 15. I got to put my 5 here and carry my 1/10. Yes, that is right, Lug Xavier. It is going to be 45. So they made a total of 45 toys. Okay. Now we need to look at group 2. If we added group 1's total, what do I need to do to group 2's total? How did you get 15, Adriana? And hello, Stickman Tricky, whoever that might be. How did we get 15? It's got to be 45. You got to add the two together. Do you see your mistake, Adriana? Oh, I see what you did. You were talking about here. Okay, 5, carry 1, and I get 45. I'm going to move this. I'm going to leave this up here, but now I got to do group 2 because group 2 made it. And on it, it says that group 2 made triple the number of blocks. Oh, no, I'm sorry, twice as many blocks. So if I do twice as many, what do I need to do? If it's twice as many blocks, what do I need to do? What does that tell us? Anybody in the chat? We got to multiply. Look in your story. You have to multiply. It needs twice as many. So twice as many is a word that you need to box because it's telling us to multiply twice as many. So now I got to take 28 and multiply it by, oh, it's like a plus sign. Multiply it by 3. 8 times 3 is what? $24. I put my 4 in my ones column because I have a 4's number, and I got to carry my 2 10s. Now I'm looking at my tens place value. 3 times 2 plus 2. Right. So group 2 made 84 blocks. How many airplanes did group 1 or 2 make? Group 2, how many airplanes? Look at your story problem. How many airplanes did they make? Does it say they made the same amount of airplanes, or is it telling you to multiply something? It's okay if you're thinking. Okay, look at your story problem. Okay. It was either that or on the board, and I figure on the board would be better. 3 other toy makers each carved the same number of airplanes and twice as many blocks. So how many airplanes did group 2 make? Okay, it seems kind of quiet. The correct answer is 17. No, look, Xavier, 17. Do you know why? Look at your story problem. You have your workout, right? Three other toy makers, this is group 2, each carved the same number of blocks, same number of airplanes, the same number. Group 1 made 17. So the same number again would be 17. 3 times as many blocks, so we have to multiply by 3 and get 84. Do you understand, Xavier? Adriana, are you still here? Okay. You think you understand? Can I erase this and I'll show you? I'm going to have to write out the problem. Is that okay? We do understand? Okay. So 84 blocks and 17 airplanes. Yikes, getting kind of complicated in here. Everybody have that down? If you're using an extra sheet of paper, that probably is really going to help. So now we have to do the third step. We have to add this here together. Oh, Mr. Cox made a mistake. Oops. If you're confused, he made a big oopsie. It wasn't 3 times. It was 2 times the amount. I started doing the math and that didn't look right. So if Xavier, if you were confused, I understand because now I was confused. Six plus 7 is 13. 3 ones, carry that. 1 10 plus 5 10s plus 1 10 is 73. So group 1 made 45 toys and group 2 made 73 toys. Uh-oh, you're using a pen. Yeah, that can be hard. Never ever do math with pen because of mistakes like this. Even Mr. Cox sometimes makes mistakes. So 45 toys and 73 toys. Now we have to go back to group one. Let's focus on group one for a second. How many toy makers were there in group one? How many toy makers are in group one? Anybody? There's 45 toy makers? No, that's right, Adriana. There's 5 toy makers. So we know we have a total of 45 toys. And 5 toy makers. Each toy maker made 5. So you're going to have to multiply and give your chance at home to multiply 45 times 5 toy makers. And that's how we're going to find out how many toys group 1 made. Type in your chat your answer when you've got it. You got 225. Lux Xavier got 215. Hey, I appreciate you guys going, and I hope this is working. I know it's lagging. I think we're like 10 seconds difference in between behind and what you guys are hearing, but very, very close, Lux Xavier. 5 times 5 is 25. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2, and Adrian is correct. They made 225 toys. Okay, so now we know that number. Group 2 made a total of 73 toys, but how many toy makers were there? We have to multiply that by the toy makers. How many toy makers are there in group 2? Yes, great job, Adriana. Look at that. I like that positivity. How many toy makers were in group 2? Three. That's right. 3 toy makers in group 2. 73 times 3. Give it a try. Mm. We got 219. We got another 225. We got another 219. Let's give it a try, shall we? 3 times 3 is 9. 7, there's nothing to regroup. 7 times 3 is 21. The answer is 219 toys. Goodness gracious, this is a lot of math for one math problem. So finally, to find your final answer, add those two together. I made it kind of small, make it bigger. And then you're going to find your answer to number 4. Javier, 146, that's a good try. But now you say 219, that's good, Javier. 444. 444. 9 plus 5 is 4. 2 10s plus 1 10 plus 1 10 is another 4 10s. Then I got 200 plus 200 is 400. My answer is 444 toys. That's a lot to write down in that space. So hopefully you used a sheet of paper to get that so you can put that in that space, because there's not a lot of room there. And that is a lot of steps for that problem. Very, very tough, but I'm glad you're here to stick it out and do it with me. Would you like, I have about 15 minutes before I have to go to class. Would you like to try number 5? Look, Xavier says yes, try number 5. Adriana and Javier, try number 5. Yeah, I know. It's a lot, isn't it, Adriana? I could completely agree. That's a lot of steps. Hi, Rahilio, number 5. Thanks for joining the chat. We're going to do number 5 together. I got about 15 minutes. So Kendra is using 27 blue patches and some white patches to make a quilt. The quilt has a total area of 540 square inches. Each path has an area of 9 square inches. How much of the area is quilt is white? So this time we have to find, as our standard says, the missing variable. What is W? W stands for white, right? The white part of the quilt. Does anybody in the chat know the formula for area? It's okay if you don't. Just say no if you do not know. Length times width? Yes. Length times width equals area. I was just curious if you guys knew. We're not going to worry about that too much because hold on just 1 second. This one's a little bit easier, okay? We know that in this one there is 27 blue patches and some white. One area is 9 square inches. So we have 27 for the blue. And how many is square inches? What's our other key number that it's looking for one area? Anybody know that number? Look, Xavier, can we try to stay on topic, please? Look at your math problem. See if you can find the number, the area. I don't know what number that is, Javier. No. You're okay. I think you're jumping a little ahead of me, Adriana. What number do I have to multiply? I have 27 of them. I need the number to multiply that equals the area. How many square inches is in each one of these blue quilts of 27? Adriana, you're ahead of me. So what number did you use to get that 540, Adriana? I don't know who's here or not. The number was 9. 9 square inches to find out that area for blue. 7 times 9 is 63. So I have a 3 in my ones and a 6 in my tens. Oh, you're right, Adriana. Sorry. 9 times 2 is 18. Sorry, I think there's still a lag. Plus 6 is 243. To find that answer, take your 540, which is the total, and subtract 243. I can't subtract 0 from 3. I borrow from my tens. That becomes 7 ones. And then again, I can't subtract 4 tens from 3 tens, so I have to borrow again. 13 tens minus 4 tens is 9. And then 4 hundreds minus 2 hundreds is 200. So the correct answer is W equals 297. This one, way easier. Nope, 297. W equals 297, Javier. All right. I don't have time to do another question exactly, but if there's any questions you have before we log out, go ahead and please put it in the chat. Or if you have a comments, did you like this? Would you like for me to do it more often? Was it helpful? Anything you want to tell me, just tell me in the chat right now. Okay, I don't see any other comments, questions, suggestions, anything. No? All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming. I really hope. Can I do this more? Yes, I will try to do it once a week or something like that. And maybe not just math. Maybe we could throw some reading or something in there too if we need to. But I feel like you guys needed some math help. Some of these can be kind of hard. I will keep this open. I'll keep this open for 5 more minutes. If somebody else needs a question or needs to say something or they thought of something, or you guys are trying to work on your math together. Otherwise, this closes at 4:25. I'll be on my chat if you need anything. Bye. Thanks for coming. All right, I have to go to class. You all have a great afternoon and just try your best on the work. I know the work can be tough, but just try your best on that. I think there's one, two, there's like 4 questions on the back. So you're very welcome. I'm glad I could help, and I will try to run these more often. All right, bye-bye, everybody. That's right, do good in class. Bye.